Okay, so now Blackwater is up and running, and you did 400,000 revenue the first year.
That's about right. Yes.
But then it started to build up.
We started, it was 400, 800, million two, million six, right? We started with training and we added targets because we had very destructive customers and they shredded all the outside systems that we bought. And we had a very, very clever guy that used to manage SEAL Team 6's facility. So we understood state-of-the-art but durable. And so we started selling those targets to federal law enforcement, to military customers, et cetera.
Well, and then you guys got really in the system. From 97 to 2010, you guys were awarded $2 billion in government security contracts.
Yeah.
1.6 billion of it were unclassified federal contracts, and the rest were classified work. Is that accurate?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like 98, 99% of that revenue was competitively bid.
Right.
It's a misnomer. People throw lots of nonsense around to say, well, they were awarded all these sole source contracts. No, It was all competitively bid. You know, at the same time I started Blackwater. I took over the original business my dad started, which was making die-cast machines, which was kind of a family-run tool and die machinery business. And we had to put it through, because of competition, competitive pressures, we had to make it more efficient. And so the Toyota production system with lean thinking, Six Sigma, buying smarter, labor productivity, streamlining the flow, all the things that make a car plant, a semiconductor plant, or in this case, a machinery business, run better and smarter. I kind of took that mentality to Blackwater, and especially as we started with a training facility, and I thought, what does the military do? It recruits, vets, equips, trains, deploys, and supports people. And so building out Blackwater, we built it like a machine to process people to go do a thing somewhere difficult. And so that led us as that facility, and I was the only one crazy enough, dumb enough, whatever, to build that kind of a facility long before 9/11, knowing what the special operations needed. And we had enough space that we could scale. So we had the almost industrial capacity as big training contract, big security contract, aviation logistics, construction, disaster response. We had the capability in facilities, in people, in software systems, aircraft to flex and to support customers doing that work.
Well, yeah, you guys became the biggest of the three private security companies that the State Department employed. And at your top, you were making $850 million a year.
I think so. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I mean,
not
how
making.
could you become...
That was revenue.
Revenue, not profit. I understand.
Yeah, you said making. That's different. Generating revenue is different than generating profit.
Well, you're grossing $850 million a year.
Accurate statement.
There you go. I mean, if someone wanted to join Blackwater, as a military person, would they need military experience, police experience, or could they just come off the street and get trained by you guys?
Pretty much every one of our contracts had a prerequisite of special operations experience or certain military experience. Obviously, if you're going to be a pilot for us or a mechanic, you need certain qualifications in aircraft or an A&P license for certain type ratings. So there was a lot of prerequisites. We weren't just taking people off the streets. And they would go through, obviously, criminal background check, psych evals, lots of testing and proficiency training and judgment training. So we vetted. The only program that we could take, not somebody just off the street, but where they could have a basic qualification to take them up, we actually had something called the Blackwater Academy, which worked out well for the guys and for the company. And we'd take somebody that had a couple years of military experience and they're going to go do static security somewhere. And it would be like a 10-week, 12-week course at Blackwater. We would finance them the cost of tuition. And once they're deployed, they're going to get paid $400 a day, and they pay us back $150 a day of that tuition. So they had a great job. We had a great operator that we had vetted and trained, and that worked.
I remember 60 Minutes did a special on you guys, and they said that at one point you guys were the largest private army in the world.
I'd say it's not accurate to call it a private army.
Okay.
Because there's certainly armed security companies in Scandinavia or Canada that had more people, more armed people, more gate guards standing outside of a courthouse or a shopping mall or whatever. So I'd say we had the largest concentration of former special operations people, yes. And I am proud to say I was the largest employer of former special operations people, and what a magnificent cast of people that was.
I mean, how many people did you have at the height of Blackwater employed?
Deployed, about 3,000, 3,500.
Got it. Right. And you guys were involved in the Afghanistan invasion and the Iraqi war?
Not in the invasion.
No.
We were there. We started in Afghanistan in May of 2002.
Okay. So after the invasion.
Correct.